In this video, I'm back with Rodney's small block Ford intake manifold. I'm going to make fuel rail mounting arms with this 1/2-inch aluminum round bar. I'll cut them to length and weld them on, and it'll just about be done. Like the intro said, back in this video, we have Rodney Dowell's small block Ford Edelbrock intake manifold. This is a they call a couple things, you can call them GV2s or Glidden Victor 2 cylinder head. That this manifold goes works with those heads. Part number 2868. That's a really nice intake manifold. There's 4 videos previously. This will be video number 5 with this manifold. There's 4 other videos where I show welding nitrous bung hole shut, locating, tacking the injector bungs, and then fully welding the injector bungs, and then another video on drilling the holes in the fuel rails here for the fuel injectors. That was 4 videos worth. That was in late October. That got finished up. Then the intake went to the machine shop. They did some checking on the surface, make sure everything's all cool, square, everything good to go. So we got it back from the machine shop last week from Mark Brown and his crew at Advanced Engine Machine in Salina, Kansas. So now Rodney brought it back to me, and got to make mounting arms that go from here over here. Obviously going to screw in here. I already drilled these holes. I already located where the holes are going to be. I didn't video that because there's probably thousands, if not millions, of videos on YouTube of drilling holes and stuff. So I didn't really think that was necessary to video that. So this video is going to kind of get this. It's going to get this finished up with the mounting arms, and then I'll probably do a separate video, and it'll be the last video when I weld the I forget if they're dash 10 or dash 12, but I got the bungs. I forget what size they are. Now we're all welding them on the each end of the fuel rails. One cool thing we done with, I need to get my chair to sit over here. One cool thing we did with these fuel rails, these are billet atomizer fuel injectors. And anybody that's familiar with the billet atomizer injector, I'll hold my camera right here. The clip goes really high, and I need to pay attention. The meat of the fuel rail, I need to hold my camera still. The clip, when you go to clip on the injector, it wants to run into the rail there. So I'll get a good angle on this. We took the rails to our friend. Okay, you can see, I don't know what the angle of that is. We took the rails to Tanner Bluebaugh, and he set them up in his mill and just milled a angle all the way across there so that clip, the fuel injector clips, don't interfere there. And the rails, the injector sits up inside the seat, inside the hole real good. I like how this turned out. It's really cool. We did both rails like that. Finding the spot. This side shows it real good. It was really easy to do. I mean, I guess I'm not a machinist. I just handed them off to Tanner, and he did it, and next thing you know, they were done. So it must have been pretty easy. I don't know. I'm no machinist, but that's something we did to make that a little easier to get the clips on. So I've got, if I can find it here, I've got a template. What do I do with it? Well, oh, it's over here on the bandsaw. So I've got this round bar. I got this T6 round bar, 1/2-inch OD aluminum round bar off of Amazon. Took it to Keith Lopez at Foxrod Racing. I can't see in there, but he put it in his lathe and drilled and tapped this for 1/4-20 bolt. That's what that hole is for. It's for a bolt. So what I'm gonna do is, I've already got this. I need to switch hands. I've got this little template already made. It's gonna go. This is a pretty symmetrical intake. So like each, the runners are in what I can see and kind of what I can tell. They got about the same distance from the rail to here, you know, across here to the rail on all four sides, which makes it kind of nice for this mounting with the arms, because this piece replicates a 1/2 inch round bar just like that. So there's the threaded end of the round bar that'll be up here like this. So I've got this little template made with a little bit of angle on it, and I can tweak it. So I'm going to transfer this. I'm going to make just a Sharpie line back there at the end of that angle, and make a line on that round bar, run it through my bandsaw. I'll make it just a smidge long. So I need to pay attention here. Come on. I'll make it a smidge long so that I can do a little grinding on this backside to fit the slope of the intake runner right here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'll record that cutting that. I don't know if that's necessary. I'm gonna shut this off and get prepared, and I'll think about if I need to video cutting them pieces. I got the saw all set up. I made a couple reference marks on the bed of the saw. This one here and this one here. This one here is in line with the blade. It's just a reference line that I can move along with, knowing that whatever I got back here, it's staying in line with the blade. But for this particular piece, this line represents the outside edge of that template, which will also be the tube or the mount. But I did that so that I know, like here I'm lined up with the blade, and out here, just something for me to watch, just a reference for me to see. I need to turn that music down. Crap. I better start over. Okay, I'm at the I got the bandsaw all set up. I brought my little template over, my little chop template. I put 2 reference lines on the bed of the saw here. This one out here, this one right here. This one is in line with the saw blade. This one out here represents the outside edge of my template, or the outside edge of the threaded end of the mounting arm. So I did that just so when I'm pushing this through, I can watch, and I know that line out there is the outside line, and I can watch the back side here. When that Sharpie mark, I can follow it along. It's not, I wouldn't say this is hard to explain. It's just kind of how I do stuff. It works. And I'm going to make these just a smidge long to grind it in to fit real good on the intake runner. So I'll move that. Oop. I love this bandsaw. When I get done cutting this, I'll show you what it is. It's a real simple piece, but I use it a lot. I could have actually brought the fence is over there. I could have put it over here, but that's where I got the camera mounted on, and I don't need nothing locked in that good. I'm mainly gonna watch the back side of this Sharpie mark, because it's gonna be the angle and it's gonna be close enough. So I'm gonna blast this through here. I'm just using that Sharpie mark as a reference. That's all it is. I love cutting stuff with my bandsaw. I used to use a sawzall in the vise. I would clamp stuff in my vise and use my sawzall. I got really good at using a sawzall, but this is way faster and way better. A little less dangerous also. That camera's moving around. Okay. Let's take this over to the, let's take this over here and look at it real quick. Let's see. Back that off just a little bit. So it should, oop. See, I got it kind of in line with the hole, and it looks like, jeez, I need to pay attention. It looks like this back side, as it rolled over and it goes into here, it's going to need trimmed a little bit, but that, let's see, yeah, like I'm going to roll this so you can see like that edge touching. I'll do a little grinding on it to get it to lay in there real good. This is hard to watch, but I think it'll be okay. I'll cut 3 more of those and we'll be good. But the bandsaw real quick, this is a Grizzly G0640 or a G0640X, I guess. I love it. It's a really awesome piece. Works great. Had it for quite a few years. I use it a lot. Okay, let's cut this one. Keep bumping this thing and try not to move that. Looks like I missed the mark a little bit. It's going to be a little bit longer. It'll be okay. I can grind it in. Cut 2 more. That's the wrong piece. I didn't even mark. I gotta mark my other piece. I thought I had them ready to go. This is terrible video. I didn't have them ready. That's all right. This will only take a second. I'll edit this out. Okay, I had to edit. I'll take a little teeny chunk of video out because I didn't have this. I'm cutting off of each end, the one off of this end and the one off of that end. I didn't have this one marked and ready to go. So there's a bunch of dead space in that last minute or so. And I'm gonna say now, I haven't edited it, but I'm gonna edit it out because it won't be good to watch or listen to. the camera is moving around because I'm a rookie camera guy here, and I clamped my camera arm to the fence. Not a great idea, but I'll take a mental note of that. So there is my 4 pieces. A couple of them are probably going to be a little on the long side. Those 2 are really close. I'm just randomly setting them side by side here. They'll be all right. I like them. So I'm going to let's see. I'm going to kill this. Take this back over here, and I think I've got this set up right. And I got the 1/2-inch aluminum tube mounting arms cut. Then I cut them on the bandsaw. These two are loose. They'll go back here. I'll spin the intake around, but since I'm facing the intake this way, I'm going to, these, I could totally weld these like they are. They look pretty good, but I want them to fit just a little bit better on the slope of the runner there. So I'm going to use my Milwaukee angle grinder here with a pad on it and just do a little bit of touch up on the bottom, a little grinding there. And the same over here on this side, just to get them to sit down a little better. And when I snug up the bolt, I can see inside here on the inside that it is flat and flush, so that the angle and everything is sitting like it's supposed to be against the rail and onto here. And then I can get them located after I get done grinding them, and I'll go to the bench and tack them, and I'll get some video rolling on that. But for right now, I'm going to take just these 2 on this end and get them touched up on the angle a little bit, so I'll be happy with the way it sits in there. I got to do a little bit of grinding kind of in there so it sits down. It's kind of, it's kind of up a little bit. I want to take some of that angle away so it sits a little better. This one's the same way. The camera's probably not close enough, but I guess I could show that, because I'm not gonna video grinding these. That'd be kind of silly, but there you can kind of see it focuses there, a little bit of a gap on the back of that. My finger, a little bit of gap back there, which isn't bad at all. This would totally be just fine to weld, but I want just a tiny bit better fit. So I'm gonna get these ground to fit real good, and then I'll go to the bench with it and get them tacked, and we'll roll video on that. Back at the weld bench, I got all 4 of the mounting arms ground on the angle like I want. I got the bolt in tight. Everything is good and square against the rail. I got all 4 corners bolted in, just snug on the bolt. I'm going to tack each one of these out here on the tip, kind of right out there, zap, zap. And once I get them tacked, I'm going to start a little welding around this thing. I'll probably put a couple tacks actually, and I'm going to put a little bit of weld around these things, kind of on the outside here, and maybe like a tack up along there. Just a few tacks and a few ripples of weld, just to kind of lock them in place, and may even weld as much as I can with the arms and injectors in it till it gets like, it feels like it's really locked in real good. Then I'll pull the I'll pull the rails off, I'll get the injectors out, and maybe bolt the rail back up just to keep the hole alignment. But if I can maneuver the torch everywhere real good without taking the stuff off, I'll probably do that, because that'd be the best case scenario, keeping the arms where they need to be bolted through the rails. That'll make it pretty awesome. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna do some tacks, do a little bit of welding around them, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. I get some rod here. Spin it around, put some tacks on the other side. Then I'll do a little bit more weld and then just kind of go from there. See how much of it I can get around with everything in the way. Welding on these intakes is pretty fun. Doing these EFI bungs conversions like this. Doing this kind of stuff, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this. I'm gonna, if I get the camera angle right here, I'm gonna put some weld across here, maybe up along the bottom there. Probably just bumped the camera with my filler rod. That's alright, it's real world stuff. This is what's actually happening. I think I'm going to use some bigger rod to get that spot there. Spin this back around. Usually, like, see down here where the bungs are, I don't know if you can see, this is the casting. It's just as it was cast. It's just casting is rough. Down here where I put the bungs in, I usually grind the casting down to take the roughness off until I get the material, the aluminum, like the top of the runner, get it really smooth, and it makes welds a little better. I didn't do that here. I don't know. I just decided not to. I thought I would just weld it like this, but I used intake. They're kind of dirty. It's clean, but you can never get that stuff out of the pores. So it's got a little bit of dark stuff in the puddle that comes out, but it'll be just fine. I like the look of the smooth finish. but this will be good. So I got all 4 of them tacked pretty good with some pretty good weld on them. It's pretty solid deal. All right, I'm gonna see that. Looking pretty good. I like it.
See how far I can get down the bottom side of this. Eventually I'll get all the way around it. Just got to get some good space filled up.
There'll probably be a point where I'll have to pull the rails off and the injectors out so I can get up. I don't know if you can see on the camera, get up under that bottom side where the arm comes out, get up under that crotch of the bottom there. But kind of tough with all this stuff in the way. I don't want to fight it. Yeah, I'll just get as much as I can here, and I'll take it off, take it apart. I'm doing now, I'm taking the rod and I'm coming along here. There's a big void along there between the mounting arm and the plenum, and along here, just gonna kind of fill this up a little bit. I'll bump the camera again. Way to go. Does that kind of block it? Yeah, it does a little bit. Let's see if I can get it through here.
This will be the, okay, so I'm talking and my water cooler is loud. I've got my microphone under my helmet. The water cooler is loud, but the sound of the welding is loud. But this will be the 5th
video I've done on this intake manifold, and then, you know, doing the arms. There's going to be one more where out here where the AN bung goes, the male bung, There'll be one more where I'll weld them, and I'll use my rotary turntable. I got a little setup fixed on it where I rotary turntable those. It's kind of fun to do. I'll do a video on it also. So there'll be 6 videos total for this small block Ford intake, and then it'll be done and sent back home.
I think I just bumped that camera again with the filling rod. Alright, I'm not much of a camera guy.
Looks pretty good. I can smell machine shop oil cooking. Must be some inside that hole. I can smell it. Might be coming out of the side of the plenum here too. Now, something was for sure in there. Did you see that? Huh. That's the first time I've had that happen. Pretty wild. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, as I take a look at these, I'm gonna have to get the injectors out of the way to finish welding around. All right. Find my socket. Where'd my socket go? Hopefully I got enough weld on them. They're pretty much locked in place, and they won't move around after I, from finished welding. So not done yet. Well, stuff's hooked on there really good. I'll put these. Just lay them over here, out of the way. Pull the injectors out. These are big billet atomizers, 850s. These are actually for my car, but Rodney runs a 500-pound, a 5 or 550 atomizer in his small block Ford on methanol. And I had these 850s for my big block, but I'm not sure. They're for sure way overkill for my small block, but since I already own them, I'm not sure if I'm gonna clean them up and sell them, or since I already own them, just go ahead and use them. But they're way overkill for a 400-inch LS single turbo on methanol. So You don't see me right now. I'm at my other bench over here putting caps on the inlets of these injectors, so no junk gets in there. So, all right, I'm back. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll sell them injectors or I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But they are definitely a very big injector. This looks kind of weird, just like this with no rails. It just looks kind of odd. But I'm gonna have to start using my vise here. Kind of hold it in place. Oh Lord. There. Now I can get over here and let's see. I don't think I have to move the camera up a little bit. Yeah. Like this area here, getting the rails and injectors out of the way. This will let me get up here under this area. Oh, need to clamp that better. It's gonna take a little work, but up here and around here, I want to get in there. So it's gonna be kind of tough with the torch, but I'll get what I can. And I'll probably do a little bit and move around. I don't remember which hole caught on fire. Yeah, I don't remember. I'll find out soon enough. all the way around that one. And I'm going to go over it again and make it look a little better after I get them all kind of situated here. Tough to see under there. Hopefully I've got the camera on it so you can see it. Oh crap, there we go. Dang. Fill rod. I need to flop this up here so it'll stay. Keep bumping that camera. I'm a decent welder and a shitty camera guy. All right, let's spin this around and do the same thing over here. Gonna find out in a little bit which one of these holes. I'm pretty sure it's, I think it was that one that caught on fire, but hopefully it's all burned out, so we'll see. Almost got this one rounded up.
Keep my rod out of my tungsten. Like a rookie.
All right, this one over here.
Hopefully I have the intake in the right place on the camera where this can be seen. I guess that's good look.
Yeah, I guess it's all right. You do up the seat. Well, I got all the way around all 4 arms. I'm going to go around them. Again, check the machine, open the camera. Sorry about that. All right. Now I'm going to kind of weld back across the top of this stuff, kind of clean it up a little bit and make the puddles look a little better. But they're stuck on there. They're not going nowhere. Just when it's not smooth, man, it just doesn't weld very good and clean. how it looks, but stuff's dirty. I need another glove. Getting hot. Big old hole there. Let's see, should be one more. There we go. I think some of these I won't do too much on the bottom because it's not gonna do anything much better. Just kind of smooth it out a little bit. For the most part, they look all right, as good as they can. I think they're kind of ugly, but used intakes that have been used are tough to get really clean to weld real good. Brand new intakes are super awesome to work with because they haven't been exposed to any oil and stuff. But this will be okay. It'll be just fine. There, I think I'll stop with that and let it cool off, and toss the injectors and rails back on, and just make sure everything still lines up. And that'll be it. That'll be all the welding on this. This will be done. The next thing will be to put bungs on the rails. So I'm gonna stop this for now. I'm gonna let this cool off, and we'll come back to this after it's cool.